Hi, I'm here. I'm going to start this meeting off.
Yes, go
Marcy!
ahead. Go ahead. All you get.
Well, I just, I think the main theme for tonight is just being in the moment, with changes that are going on in our world, and just to be in the flow and accept it as it comes easily, and not to get your, all tweaked out over little things, like IT issues and stuff like that. I also feel very blessed and honored to be part of this company. I started this product probably, I'm losing track of time, but I think it's like November is when I started it. In December, I started doing the business, and it's been very easy just sharing with my best friends and people that I love. And it's a business of gifting stem cell regeneration activation. And I want to talk about this business and how it's affected me in my life. And um, it's not, I don't even think of it as a business. It's more just having fun and playing, but it is a company, and it's been around for 14 years now. Um, why this business? I've been basically involved with multi-level marketing since I was 23. I always believed in unlimited potential through sharing and products that mean a lot to you. This product in particular has blown my mind. I mean, I'm like so excited. I feel like, everything that I've gone through my whole life has brought me to this place, to this product, all the training, all the personal growth, self-growth has brought me to this. The stem cell industry is pretty new, and there's different ways to get stem cell therapy. One of them, and I want to explain these to you real quick. One of them is stem cell injections, and I don't even know if you know how stem cells work, but they basically go into tissue that is has dis-ease, and it regenerates new cells. So there's 3 ways that you can get stem cell support. The first one is through stem cell injections. This is super expensive, and it doesn't always work. I mean, it can be like, this number here, they're saying $7,000 to $100,000. I mean, and it's not my favorite way of, I wouldn't want to do this myself. It's embryonic stem cells harvested from human fetuses. It's illegal in the US. We don't do it here. That's one way. There's also placental stem cells. There's adult stem cells taken from one's own fat, blood, or bone, then re-injected. That's super painful, big needles involved. Also stem cells harvested from healthy babies' umbilical cords. The other way of getting stem cell activation is through nutrition. Choosing a natural whole foods diet is a safe and cost-effective way to support our stem cells. Some beneficial nutrients, the blue-green algae, everybody's done that, spirulina, and a few others. So then there's our technology, stem cell activation patches X39 by LifeWave. This is a brand new technology. It's out of the box about 14 months now, but been researched over the last 10 years. It's patented phototherapy patch is designed to elevate peptides proven to enhance stem cell activity. So basically, it's light frequency, and the patents is the technology that, it's non-transdermal, nothing goes into your body. It's these organic crystals that are, activated by the heat of your body, the infrared, and it activates our stem cells to be turned on. So, and it's super inexpensive. It's like, I love this because I'm a big number person for affirmations, and it's $3.33 wholesale for one patch. Anyway, and they're super effective. For me, I felt it the first moment I put it on where they tell you to put it on. I was like this burst of light that went straight into my brain. I was like, it piqued my interest. I'm like, I know something's going on here. So I kept taking them. So anyway, this is a direct sales multi-level marketing company, and I'm very proud to be a part of It has good people. I mean, our team in particular is the fastest growing team in multi-level marketing in the United States. And that's within our business too. So super exciting to be a part of all these masters that are helping us to be successful very, very easily. The whole system is set up for us. I mean, right off the bat, the training is top of the line. And it keeps getting better, 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 better all the time. It's bigger than the CBD market. We have no competition, which is really cool. I was actually sold CBD when it came out because I was like, sure, I'll try it. And I love it. I love CBD, but could I sell it? No. I mean, everybody had it, and it was like thousands of different CBD products, and which one's good? I don't know, So anyway, I let you know, okay, this is another really cool thing about it. They're in 100 different countries, which, I mean, that's like, and I've never experienced any other multi-level company that were in even, maybe like 10 countries at the most. They're making a lot of money. This company's making a lot of money. In the last, since the company has started, they were making about 50 million a year. Now, in just the month of February, I believe they made 50 million. Is that right, Marcy? So
50 million in the month, no, 10 million
10 million
in
in
the
1
month of February. So what that means is that before the stem cell patch, they were doing 50 million a year. But in 1 month, they did 10 million. We hit momentum, which puts us at about 120 million now for the year.
Well,
Like
what that
double.
tells me,
Crazy.
it's great. Money's all great. But what that means to me is that we're getting patches out to people to shift the consciousness on our planet. So
Perfect.
the money's great. That's a beautiful giving and receiving, aspect of it. I love it. It's really amazing to be a part of this on all levels, spiritually,
Absolutely.
mentally, and physically. Since I started doing the business, which is hard. I work up on the slopes, so I'm doing 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. So I'm doing it kind of on the side. And just in like, 4.5 months, I have $5,000 from, sharing and gifting these patches. And I have not even spent any of my own money because I just sell them as soon as I get them. So it's a win-win. You get to improve your quality of life tenfold and share it with your friends and possibly have multiple streams of another stream of income, which is really nice right now.
Yeah.
So there's a few people that Mariah's going to talk to you about how to use the patch. And then I brought my mom on here because she has an incredible, beautiful story of like pretty much miracles of what it's done for her in a super short amount of time. And so anyway, go ahead, Mariah. I love you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mariah, and Marcy introduced me to the patch about 6 months ago, and this is a patch. So it's a small round disc. On the back of the patch is it's a piece of paper that's stuck to the adhesive, and it's split in half. So you don't have to use the whole patch if you're a really sensitive person or you're just starting out, but I did when I started. So I placed the patch on the C7 bony part at the back of my neck. You can also place it right below your navel. Those are the 2 places that are recommended for using the X39 stem cell activating patch. But honestly, you could place it anywhere that you feel guided to place it. I don't always use it on the back of my neck. Sometimes I put it close to an injury. Sometimes I place it on a specific acupressure point that I want to activate the stem cells in that where it directs the energy to. Anyway, I wear the patch for 12 hours and then I take the patch off and I throw it away and I get another patch. When you do that, it tells your brain to produce more GHK copper peptide. So it's like a little CD that's playing a GHK copper peptide song, and it's telling your body, make more GHK copper peptide. And the reason for this is because this particular um, this particular chemical, I guess, is a protein that's located in the mitochondria of your cells. So when you're a young child, you've got a lot of GHK copper peptide in your cells, and it's the food of the cell. And as you mature, by the time you're 30 or 35 years old, you stop making as much GHK copper peptide. And by the time you're 60, you're hardly making any at all. And so your stem cells are sort of starving, and they're not activated. And when you don't eat or anything, or when the cells aren't getting their nutrients, then they get sluggish and they don't work at the best ability that they can. So what this patch does is it reactivates your stem cells by telling your own body to produce more GHK copper peptide, and it does. And when it does that, you'll notice things like you're getting better sleep. I noticed right off the bat that I was having very vivid dreams, which is an indication that I was getting a deeper REM sleep. Sean noticed right away that she was having more joy in her life, and she was happy. She was feeling more positive, even though she was working in an area that was mostly dark, because when you're on the North Slope, there's not a lot of light. And some of the other things, more energy. I noticed like a kind of a vibration in my solar plexus when I first started using the patch. And I said, something's going on, you know. But mostly I wanted to try to use it because I had broken my femur, and I wanted to have less pain and walk better. And sure enough, within 3 months, I started improving my gait quite a bit and have much less pain than I had even after a year of physical therapy. Also, hair grows. I've noticed less gray hair coming in. I'm 63. I'll be 64 in June. You don't see any wrinkles on me. That's pretty amazing. I started to get little lines here and under my eyes, and one right here in the middle of my forehead, but they've sort of disappeared. And that's because when you make more GHK copper peptide in your stem cells, which are pluripotent, they go all throughout your body, you begin to also produce more collagen. And that collagen, people are drinking collagen now and things like that, but when you drink it and it has to go through the gastric process, it's not quite the same as activating the actual cells to produce more collagen, which is what you try to do when you drink collagen. And it just doesn't happen as quickly or as effectively. So, you know, I wore the patch for 30 days and I began to notice these initial changes. But honestly, after 90 days, I really began to notice a dramatic decrease in pain and a dramatic increase in focus and energy. And just one last thing, they come in a sleeve that looks like this, and inside the sleeve is a smaller sleeve, and it contains 30 patches. So that's a month's supply. And that's it. So back to you, Sean, and your mom.
Mariah, that was just so eloquent and beautifully in the flow. It's so much great information, and it's, you know, it definitely comes from belief and experience, you know. So I would like to introduce my mother, who, are you on here, Mom? Can we unmute her?
Is Mom on the phone number? Do you know what phone number she's calling in? Have you unmuted, Mom?
I don't know if she's on here, actually.
It says
Oh,
Mama Joy.
Mama Joy's on. Yeah, let's get her. She's unmuted.
Okay, so Mama Joy, you can talk. Did you unmute Mama Joy, Sheila?
Testing.
There she is. Mama Joy's here.
Oh, good, good. Hi, all. My name is Joy, as you just heard, sometimes known as Mama Joy. I started using X39 about 3 months ago. Now, my original goal when I started was to give X39 a chance to win me over. I want to tell you what's happened. It's just been, it's amazing. One weekend, I received a full panel blood test. Now, it's so ironic, so lucky. Now I had my starting numbers, so I could see what was happening with the X39 in my blood system, and also with the different functions that I kept battling, trying to keep balanced. And that was a big standing point, and I wanted to be sure to mention that. Now, night one, I had the greatest reaction to the sleep. Now, I have sleep apnea, and I've been on a BiPAP for years, and that has never given me the sleep that I got on night one. I mean, I went into a deep, deep sleep. And when I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I'd come back, and normally I'd lay down and I'd stare at the ceiling for a while before I'd doze back, but not anymore, man. I went out and woke up the next morning feeling so alert, which was another big change. I love him. And I make sure that I have my sleep all planned. Yes, I do. Day 3, I had an energy increase. Whoa, that feels really good when you're 73 years old, I tell you. Day 9, I felt the fog lifting in my mind, and it became easier to focus. This was progressing every day, getting even better. Day 11, I heard myself singing, and all I could think is, what happened to my anxiety? You know? Okay, let's skip. We're going to take a big skip now. We've got the blood test and everything's going as usual, and I'm really not changing my lifestyle at all during this whole progress. We get to day 86. Yay, I got another full panel blood test. And I finally could do my comparison, and we're getting to the end of my 30-day plan. So let me tell you what happened. Everything was normal. Thyroid was normal. Cholesterol was normal. My A1C was normal, had dropped 10 points, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Day 90, this is my latest. This is so exciting. Day 90, my doctor, pulmonary doctor, says I have serious COPD. Now, I've made some dumb decisions in my life, and smoking for over 50 years was one of them. And I destroyed my lungs. I mean, I can't remember how many times I was taken to the ER because I was having a COPD exacerbation, which affects the heart, which affects, I mean, everything goes crazy. Well, day 90, the end of this period, this 3-month period, that week before I had experienced that I'd come home from an outing, and I was on oxygen 24/7. And I come home from an outing and I go to get on my home oxygen, and then I would sit down and I go to work. So I'd be all wired up for my 24/7. Well, I think 3 different times that week, I realized I forgot to turn the oxygen on when I got home.
That's amazing.
And I went, you gotta be kidding. I said, I got out my oximeter, and now keep in mind, if I'm off oxygen, it would take me, probably 5 minutes to get over 90. I generally started out with 86 to 88% oxygen. I got out my oximeter and checked it because I'd been on oxygen all day long. I forgot to even turn on the machine. And I got out my oximeter and put it on. I was 98% oxygen without ever having used oxygen all day long. Well, ironically, I had an appointment with this same primary care that I've been going to. And I went in and I said, loan me your oximeter, and she handed it to me, and I took my breathing and I set it down. It was 97%. And she looked at me. She'd never seen anything like that before. Then I said to her, now I want you to listen to my lungs because I think I'm breathing deeper. And she listened at the top of my lungs like normal, and she heard all the air flowing and working okay. She went down to the bottom of the lungs and she put her stethoscope down. And she held it there for the longest time, and then she moved it over. Then she checked the other lung, and she walked around and she said, okay, I'm a believer. Your patches work.
Wow.
So this is the first time I've ever heard air flowing in the bottom of your lungs. Clearly, guys, let me share my perspective. Mariah talked to you about retracing a bit, the mind and body retracing. And I read the article and several articles about that. And this is exactly what I see in my 90-day experiment. Is I have been riding a wave, and it started with a couple of small things, but they got fixed, and a few more things started changing. And I started smiling, and then all of these things are happening in my life. People are walking up to me saying, Joy, you really look good. Well, thanks. I like that. And it's all culminated to my even being able to breathe. I'm sitting here right now talking to you with no oxygen on.
That's amazing.
I am so blessed. What's my conclusion of my 30-day experiment? You ain't gonna see me without a patch on.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Mama Joy. And I don't know if it would be possible, but I've had a couple people actually be texting me, and they would be wondering if you would consider sharing your before and after blood work for people. And you can think about that. And if it's something you would like to share, you can tell your daughter and we can talk about it behind the scenes. But people are texting me right and left going, and she shared, this is amazing. Like everybody is pretty darn excited about your testimony. So,
Awesome.
so thank you so much for that. And
Be aware,
Shauna,
Marcy.
I'm sorry, yes?
Be aware that I have 3/4 of the reports already printed out, and I'm looking for the last quarter now.
Oh, you are so sweet. So the answer is you don't mind sharing with us.
I don't mind sharing at all. I mean, it's really hard for me to talk to people about it because it sounds so unreal. But this is what's happened, and I got the paper to prove it. So
thank you. Thank you so
as
much.
as a daughter, I'd like to add a few things. Mom was sleeping an average of 12 hours a day, and it was concerning, I mean, why are you sleeping so much? And anyway, she would like go to bed at midnight and then wake up at noon. And now she's trying to go to bed earlier to get a better schedule, and I don't know what it is now, but it's around 10, 11, and she's been getting up at 9. So just
Wow.
that shows the more energy. The other thing is the fog. I mean, they've got her on a lot of medications, and it's like she was just losing her concentration. She would never be able to do this testimony. She couldn't, I don't think it was dementia, but I think it was just her brain wasn't able to synapse with all the medications. And now they've decreased some of her medications, and she can focus and get her ideas across, and like she may forget something once in a while, but she's like she remembers it like 30 seconds later. I know what I was going to say, which that's huge. The other thing too is mom she's known for being very emotional. That is totally dissipated. She's just the reactions, the triggers, same for me. I don't get triggered like I used to. That's gold right there, to be able to live your life in a peaceful meditative state, is what this product does, scientifically proven. to get your brain into coherence, where your left and right brain centers are talking to each other. I say this all the time, but that to me is the gem of this product.
And Sean, thank you for that. We're at 6:36 and we like to do 30 minutes. So are we ready, Sean, to have Jan finish how to get the patch? And before that, I did get a few more texts, and Sean, you can talk to Mom, but people are also wondering if there's any test on the COPD that could be shared. So that's what everyone's asking. This has been so powerful today. So thank you.
That's in the works.
Great.
I have to make an appointment with a specialist that will be coming in from Anchorage
Great.
for my pulmonary doctor. And with no flights right now, I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but it's in the works.
Perfect. So with that, Sean, can we move to Jan, since we need to be done in about 5 minutes, because we are a few minutes over, but so worth being over because we learned so much from Mama Joy today. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to go ahead and unmute Jan. Are we unmuted?
Hi.
There we go.
We're
Hi.
unmuted. How are you?
Great.
Looking for my patches. Sorry. I had all
Oh,
this-
that's okay. So
Not. Anyways, I'm going to tell people how they can get patches, get involved. There's a couple of different ways. The
great.
first way is you can become a retail customer. You can buy one sleeve for the retail price of $149.95. I don't recommend that, but it's an option. The other way, if you wanted to be retail, is you could sign up as a preferred customer, which brings the price down to $99.95. And you get a sleeve a month. A sleeve comes in the outer package like this. They showed you one earlier, what it looks like, and you get 30 patches in a sleeve. Thank you, Marcy. And then if you want to become a distributor, and a lot of people will just buy a package, not thinking that they might want to share, but down the road they want to share. So you can sign up as a distributor, and there's 5 different packages. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll start with the one that we recommend the most, which is called the Silver Pack. It's $299.95, and it gives you 3 sleeves. So it gives you 90 days worth of patches to try, which is awesome because the company gives a 90-day money-back guarantee, which I've never seen that with anything. So you can try it for 85 days. If you don't think it's doing anything, return it, get your money back. If you want to come in and feel like this is it, I want to blow this business up, and you want a lot of things to get started, our largest pack is called the Diamond Pack. It's $15.99, and you get 19 sleeves, and there's a lot of other benefits with that. I won't get into that because it's not complicated, but it's a little more involved than that. Anyway, so if you want to get them, there's 2 ways. You can call the person that invited you to the call and tell them that you want to order and what, and they can place the order for you, or you can go right to their website. So when you go onto their website, there's a bar across the middle, and at the end of it, it says buy now. So if you want to do the retail for the $149.95 or the $99, you just click buy now, and it's pretty easy to just follow the steps. If you want to buy a package, up on the top of the screen, you'll see where it says join now, and you just follow step-by-step instructions. Again, it's pretty simple, except the very last step, you have to hit confirm order because people will go through everything, and it gives you all your information to make sure you didn't make any mistakes, and then you don't hit that last thing, and it's a pain in the neck. So just make sure you hit that very last button to confirm order. And I think, did I hit everything, Marcy?
You did great. Thank you. So Sean, would you like to end it for us today?
Yeah, let's just take a moment, take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Just take a moment to feel gratitude in your heart. Just think of one thing that you're grateful for and carry that with you for the rest of the day.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for that piece of gratitude. And Sean and Jan and Mariah and Mama Joy, we learned so much today, and we are in gratitude for that. tomorrow is Tuesday night, and that will be at 6 o'clock Pacific with Sheila Hay and Kathleen and Melinda, and they will be doing the X39 review. And then Wednesday morning, Sheila will be doing a training on how to do your business in the bag if you just so decide you want to start sharing. And so those will come out. Those will be out on for you all to see. And we just want to thank you all for coming and get with the person who brought you here, let them know what you want to do. And you can get more information at startx39.com. That's startx39.com. There's videos, there's testimonies, there's research, there's patents you can look at, and you can see how to wear the patch. It's a wealth of information. So with that, thank you so much for coming on tonight, and lots of love to all of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
Love you, Marcy.